Hello there. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Arnhem, and I am covering your field training 6 steps. So, obviously, you've made a decision that you want to get some help in growing your business, and field training is one of those ways where we can really dive deep into what you need, going over the basics and what are the best practices to make sure you are successful. So, I'm going to dive into the 6 steps of field training. This is part one of you working with a field trainer. And I want to cover this so that you understand exactly what happens with your field trainer and what your duties and responsibilities are versus what the responsibilities of your field trainer is. So, I want to start out with this quote. The key is not the will to win. Everybody has that. It is the will to prepare to win that is important. And a lot of times people just, they say great things and they want to win, but they don't do the work that is necessary. And you are unlike those people that are not preparing because you are watching this video and you are preparing yourself for victory and success. So, there are only 6 steps in the field training process. The field training process are broken down in three each. So you, as a field trainee, you are being taught what your 3 steps are, and I, as your field trainer, will be going over my 3 steps. So let's cover your 3 steps very quickly. Step one is to build a list. You have to have a list. The list is everything involved to do with your business. This is, the fundamentals. You cannot have a successful business solutions business without having a list. So what are you who are you looking for on this list? You're looking for people. You want to write out everybody you know, and the people that we are really looking for are business owners. Of course, they go by many names: CEO, owner, president, things like that. And we're looking for high level executives as well. Those are the C-suite people, the CFOs, COOs, CHROs, the people who are senior vice presidents. These are the people who can make a decision about employee benefits. And finally, the HR personnel. And we want to make sure we include the HR personnel because they oftentimes will be helping to make that decision, if not making the decision themselves. And finally, you have everybody else. And there's a reason why you want to build your list with everybody and not only concentrate on the business owners and the decision makers. And I'll go into that a little bit more in detail. Now, if you've taken the B2B basics course, there is a companion guide. In that companion guide, there is a list exercise. This is the exercise that you really should get done in order to properly utilize the field training process. You have to get this done. And in this list category exercise, the first step is to make categories in a list of everyone you know. And how that works is you're just going to write down a category of things like people I went to school with, people from my last job, from people that I played pickleball with, the people that I and my family. But overall, you want to get the list as far away from you as possible. You want to have people on there that you know but aren't your best friends. So you really want to get everybody that you know or that knows you. You want to write them down and have a physical list. This is not a digital list at all. I mean, like, write pen to paper, get a list and write it out. Uh, Now, here's your homework. This is your first step. You have to create a list like we just discussed. Your goal is to write 50 to 100 names down immediately. That is to get you started. Now, you're going to circle the top 3 to 5 decision maker prospects that we can discuss and contact me when you're all done. That's really everything you need to do to get started. It's not a lot. So once you complete step one, you're going to reach out to me. You're going to contact me so we can discuss what your step two is in detail so I can actually walk you through step two. Now it's important that you do not reach out to anyone before we actually discuss it, because we're going to create a plan of exactly how you're going to reach out to these people. And there is an additional note here that you can learn a lot of about the business solutions process and procedures and how we do things through the learning management system in the B2B courses that you can find on LS Engage. So a lot of what you want to learn, the details, if you become a student of business solutions, it's all there. Now, your step two is identify qualified prospects. Again, we will do this together, but I'm giving you some of the criteria that we use when we are reviewing what a qualified prospect is. Now, you want to have companies with 100 employees or less, non-transient workforce, that companies are headquartered locally, local to you, and you actually should have a real connection with the decision maker. You should know them, they should know you. So this way it can be a lot easier to pick up the phone, make that call, get in contact with them. We're not talking about cold calling here. We're not talking about people that you don't know in the Walmarts of the world and Disney and everywhere. Follow your dollar. We're not talking about those situations with these major multinational corporations. We're talking about local small business companies who we can get in. They have a stable workforce, and we can actually meet with the decision maker because you know them, they know you, and you can reach out to them fairly easily. Now, step three is to set an appointment with the decision maker. This is your final step. Once you set that appointment, everything else is easier. So you want to develop a habit of going through step one, step two, step three, again and again and again, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. You're doing the same thing here. Step one, step two, step three, repeat. Now, once you get really good at this, the rest becomes easy, right? Because you're going to learn what the rest of it is, the other steps, right? I told you it's 6 steps. These are just the first 3. So let's go into the next step as part of that step 3 is creating a decision maker meeting, setting the appointment. You're going to go to Calendly. This is my Calendly address, calendly.com/Arnhem W. You're going to give me the decision maker's name, the title, their location, company's name to schedule that decision maker meeting. Really, basically, if you looked at an email signature with all the things that they write in there, I want all of that. And anything else that you believe is important, anything else you know about the decision maker, how you know them, how long you've known them, whatever you think would be helpful for me to understand the relationship with them and you, as well as about that company and how you got to know that company as well. So that's all important information that you want to put in there. And I'm going to show you very quickly how to set up an appointment on Calendly because this is what I use. So this is Calendly. You can see my Calendly link is here. So you want to click on that calendar link, and then you will select a date and time. So on here, the available times are circled on there, available dates rather, and the times will be listed as soon as you select that date. Now, here is an example. You're going to put the name of the decision maker, the first name, last name, the email address. Now, the email address should be yours. This is your information that I need. Your name, your first name, your last name, your email address. Now, we're also going to put in all the information of the decision maker here. And what should I be prepared to discuss? It's the agenda, other people on the call, subject, etc. Schedule of enrollment. This is just an example, but all the things I just previously mentioned, you want to put there. We're meeting with this decision maker, this company. Here's the phone number, the email, all the contact information for this decision maker. And if they prefer a Zoom meeting or a phone call, that's something that you will ask them. Do you prefer phone call or Zoom? And then you can put in there if they prefer a phone call. You're going to put that number in there. Once you schedule the event, guess what? You're going to get an email with all the information to jump on that call. And you can also send them that Zoom link so they actually have that link as well. So what they do is they click on that link, and now we're all on a Zoom. So that is how you will send the information over to me, because now it's blocked out on my calendar, it's blocked out on your calendar, and you're also going to get that information to the decision maker and say, hey, please block this out on your calendar, or you'll send them a separate calendar invite through whatever means of you sending calendar invites through whatever server you use, whether you use Google Calendar or Outlook or anything else. You want to send them that invite. You will see it will be confirmed after you hit confirm that booking. It will compare automatically, and you will get that email. Now, let's talk about a few important appointment setting scripts. I believe this is the most important script that you can actually have. The decision maker appointing script, you should be reaching out to somebody you actually know at the company, aka your warm market, right? So this script is for that warm market decision maker that we are meeting. I have a friend who is an employee benefits specialist, all centered around identity theft. Would you do me a personal favor and take his call? That's what you're going to do. If you know this decision maker really well, you can add in there this optional sentence. I'm in training with him, and it will really help me out. So you're really asking for a favor. It only take about 15 minutes. So this is your core of what you're going to be saying. Now, if they do ask, hey, what is it all about? Hey, I have a friend who is an employee benefits specialist, all centered around identity theft. Would you do me a personal favor and just take his call? It'll mean a lot to me. Take his call. So we just talked about a whole lot of steps here, the 3 steps. And this is a quote that I use often. No matter how many steps there are, the next step is the only step you need to focus on. So we've already created a plan for you. The plan is laid out. You focus on your next step. Your first step, write the list. That is what you should be focused on first before anything else. Now, there are appointments that you can set for the other people on your list. We just spoke about your list and how you developing that list is important. Now, these are COIs. If you don't know what a COI is, it's a center of influence. So that's simply just a fancy name for someone you're going to be getting referrals from. Now, you will not be scheduling your field trainer for this one. This is a meeting for you and for your friend or person that you know by any means. This is who you're meeting with. You're just going to have a regular conversation with them. As you can see here from the script, hey, how have you been? 90% of it is going to be your small talk. You're just going to have conversation with people. So talk to them about what you normally talk to them about. But overall, you're going to let them know some point during the conversation or at the end. You can ask them a whole lot of questions. What are you doing nowadays? How's your family? What's happening with you? Where have you been? And they'll ask you the same questions, right? So they're going to ask you eventually, hey, what are you doing for work? Well, I'm working on something new, and you know what? I really value your opinion, and I would consider it a personal favor. Can we meet for 15 minutes next week? We could talk a little bit about it. It's really about work. I'll just share with you a little bit more about what I'm doing. And how's maybe Tuesday at 3 o'clock? How's that work for you? Great. Please make note of it so you remember me. I'll see you then. We'll talk about it. Maybe have a digital coffee. You can do it over Zoom. You can do it through the phone. Just set the appointment and meet with the people you already know. Now, what is the point of that? Is to get referrals from them. Now, there are 6 steps, again, in the field training process. We went through 3. Now I'm going to go over the field trainer's 3 steps, right? These are what your field trainer is going to do. Number 1, they are going to meet with the decision maker, right? That decision maker meeting is going to be completed with or for you. You don't even have to be there. And they will schedule an enrollment. That is what we do as field trainers. So that's step one: meet with the decision maker, schedule an enrollment. Step two is doing the enrollment presentation with the employees. So we meet with the employees, we tell them about the plans, we give them a way to enroll in the benefits, and now, boom, you have a brand new group that we can service year after year. Now, the third step for a field trainer is submitting all the paperwork and schedule future servicing. That means is the commission share agreement, the group authorization form, all of the paperwork that the employees filled out to make sure that is all correct. We're going to submit that. We're going to submit it to the company as well, to the company that we're working with, to start the payroll deductions. There's a lot that happens within that step there. But overall, if you do get the opportunity to join in a decision maker meeting, join in an enrollment, then your job as being trained is to be there and take notes. If you're on a phone with a field trainer, your job is to be quiet, take notes, because you're not participating in that meeting. You are there as an observer of the field trainer, because the only way you're going to see what field trainers do is not by asking a field trainer, hey, can I come with you? Can I meet with you and your clients and see how you do? That's not what we do. We will help you on your particular group or opportunity, and you can see how that works. And the more you see, the more appointments you set, the more you will learn, and the faster you can get out and do it on your own. So your field trainer should be sharing with you what they're going to do, how they're going to set up the next meeting, and then go over it after the meeting is done. Of, hey, what did you learn? What did you observe? What comments do you have? So this way you can learn every step of the way. But while you're at one of those meetings, quiet, right? All right. So thank you so very much for taking time to listen to this. This is of course step one of working with a field trainer, and you have your homework. So I look forward to you contacting me and doing your homework. Once you're finished, you want to set up a meeting with you and I so we can go over your step two, which is vitally important for the success of your business. But this is just step one. I wish you much success, and I'm excited to work with you. And thank you so much again for your time. And I really appreciate it. We're going to do great business together. So thank you.